no problem, mate. It's a business. But when you start, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and you know full well you can't do it. You know what I'm saying?
To retire 6 years ago after Wilder 2. He said that would be enough. You've done unbelievable. You're a two-time heavyweight champion. You're undefeated. You've got millions in the bank. You're in one piece. What's more to prove? But it's not about proving. I'm not here on Saturday night to prove anything to anybody. I'm not here to, oh, well, making money is always good because, you know, everybody wants a few more quid. That's always great. But I'm not here for any of that, really. It's more of something to do, something that I love to do, and something that I have loved for an eternity. To me, always wanted to be heavyweight champion of the world growing up, and I became that. I won every title there is to win in boxing. So for me, it's not about belts. It's not about anything at this level, at this stage of my career. I can honestly say, it's not about belts. It's not about money. It's not about any of that. It's about just the love of the game and the love of this fight business.
They're coming from, his dad's coming from. However, it's Tyson's decision, and if he's going to come back, he's fighting in a couple of weeks' time. I'd much rather he does it now than sits around for 4 or 5. Does it? His powers won't be the same. He's not got a lot of miles on the clock. We will see. I mean, I think the big thing with John, what upsets John, is the training.
My dad he's got his own opinions, and he probably doesn't want his son to box to risk getting hurt.
John Fury doesn't hold back in this explosive moment, as he fires a serious warning at Tyson Fury. After feeling disrespected by his own son's comments, John snaps back with a threat of legal action. The tension inside the Fury family is rising fast, and this situation is getting more personal than ever inside the boxing world.
All these belts he's already got, and he just thinks, okay, he wants to be known as the richest boxer and take Floyd Mayweather's title in a different way. Now all of a sudden, click, he's gone money mad, thinking he can compete with the Saudis, which is impossible. They've got more money than sand, haven't they? And there's a lot of sand in Arabia. So, you know, but that, to me, I can tell now is floating.
What I can see there is just, you know, a father looking out for his son. It's a dangerous game, you know, and I'm thinking, myself in that position, having a son who's there in that weight division, and you know, has took a lot of shots and had a lot of hard fights. You know, he's near the end of his career, so it is, and that's all he's really trying to say. He's just, you know, worried as we all are.
Tyson Fury is trying to brush off all the talk around him and clearly stating that none of it affects him. But the way retirement talks and family comments keep coming up again and again shows there is more going on than just simple interviews. Even if he acts unaffected, these constant remarks are putting his mindset and focus under real examination.
However, like I said, opinions of people mean little to me. And that's how I've been so successful my whole life, because I never ever took any attention to other people's opinions or concerns when it came to my boxing career. I always followed my own path, whether it be good, bad or indifferent, controversial, charismatic, whatever it might have been. So a month later he comes out and says I'm retired and I'm no good or whatever else, and he's concerned for me, and that sells, so people want to talk about it. But in hindsight, my dad says a lot of stuff, and does it ever affect me?
Eddie Hearn is laying out a clear plan for Anthony Joshua, suggesting a warm-up fight before moving into a massive showdown with Tyson Fury. This approach shows how carefully they are building Joshua back into the biggest fights. Everything is being lined up for a huge collision that fans have been waiting for.
Netflix, everybody. So I think they'll be looking at a slightly easier option for Anthony Joshua to, like Tyson Fury had, with all due respect, and then move straight into that fight.
So you're looking at AJ fighting this warm-up in July and then Fury in November?
100%.
So that's the plan?
That's the absolute.
Tyson Fury speaks with full confidence here, reminding everyone of his past wins and making it clear he sees no need for a warm-up fight like Deontay Wilder. His focus is straight on big names and big nights. This mindset shows he is still chasing the biggest possible challenges in boxing.
Like, I've come back, I've been out the ring 16 months, coming off 2 losses. He's just had a good win himself and knocked Jake Paul Spark out, done everyone here a favour, yeah? I like Jake, just say that. But listen, he done everyone, give everyone what they wanted, knocked him clean out, yeah? Not me, but everybody else. And now, they're on about, let's do a Wilder warm-up. Why do they want to fight Wilder for? Fight the fucking Gypsy King. Fuck Wilder, he's a bum. I've battered him 3 times. Wilder.
Anthony Joshua is defending his position and calling out the inconsistency from Tyson Fury, saying he has stayed active and ready throughout his career. He presents himself as someone focused on big fights without chasing attention. This sets up the tension between both fighters as a potential showdown keeps getting closer.
I've been in the game, I've never retired. I've been standing strong for the last 13 years. It's on him, innit? He disappears, comes back, disappears, comes back. I'm standing strong, so that's why I'm not here to chase fame or chase hype. I'm a real person. I'll fight whoever's in front of me, whether it's him or the next person. It don't matter to me, and I'm always in big fights. It's just my style. You know, I make the big fights. That's what I said to him. He works for me.
Tyson Fury is showing a very calm attitude here, claiming that opinions from even his closest family members do not affect him at all. He is trying to present himself as mentally detached from praise or criticism. However, in boxing, especially at this level, such constant public statements still shape how fans and opponents see him, whether he admits it or not.
My brother, my cousin, anybody said something about me, whether it was positive or negative, it wouldn't really mean anything to me. Just like someone might say to me, oh, have you seen that negative interview that's been done about you in the paper? And I'd say, I haven't, but why it doesn't concern me is because if there was a positive interview in there, that wouldn't concern me. Yeah. And if it was a negative, that wouldn't concern me.
Eddie Hearn is confirming serious talks about a structured path for Anthony Joshua, where he could fight in July and then move straight into a massive clash with Tyson Fury. This kind of schedule shows how carefully the promotion side is managing risk while building toward the biggest possible heavyweight fight for British boxing.
And he's ready and he's motivated, but we've got to do it right. The deal that we've been offered, which is to fight in July and then fight Tyson Fury in November, is not with Deontay Wilder in mind. I think the powers that be don't really want us to be in that type of fight.
Right.
We're up for that type of fight.
I was going to say...
AJ's also said to me, I will fight Wilder and I will fight Fury.
Johnny Nelson is praising Anthony Joshua for staying composed in a heated moment instead of reacting emotionally like many fighters might. He highlights how Joshua controlled the situation and kept authority without getting drawn into chaos. This shows Joshua's mindset of staying disciplined even when tension is high in public situations.
They do. I rate him for what he did, because most people, most fighters, ego gets involved, thinking this man's not mugging me off in front of all these people. You get up and say blah blah blah, goodbye. AJ sat there and he just said, yeah, I'm your landlord. You know, me and you fight will be on my terms. It doesn't matter what you say, what you shout about.
Alexander Usyk delivers a bold and confident statement here, backing Anthony Joshua over Tyson Fury in a direct and simple prediction. His words add fuel to the ongoing rivalry and increase interest in a potential fight between the two heavyweights. This kind of call-out keeps the heavyweight division even more intense and unpredictable.
AJ win. Hey, the belly. You know? Where is he? AJ beat you.
Tommy Fury is defending his father's concern and explaining why John Fury reacts so strongly when it comes to heavyweight boxing. He highlights the danger of the division and how quickly things can change with one punch. His words add a family perspective to the ongoing controversy, showing it comes from worry as much as emotion.
I think a lot of people have got that. He's just worried about his son's safety, only because he's in the heavyweight division. He's messing with absolute dinosaurs, and it only takes one shot. We've seen that at middleweight with Michael Watson at a middleweight. You know, so think about the damage that these guys can do at 19, 20 stone. Like, it's no joke. And if I had a son, I'd only be the same. He's only coming from a place of...
Simon Jordan is pointing out the reality of how this heavyweight situation is being shaped around Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. He suggests that Joshua was fully aware something would happen when Tyson Fury appeared ringside, and that nothing in boxing at this level happens by accident. This adds to the idea that both fighters are being positioned for a major showdown, whether directly or indirectly through media moments and public appearances that keep the tension alive.
Where the situation lies, which is up to Anthony Joshua. If he feels he's ready to fight Tyson Fury, then that fight can happen. But he may well not feel that. And I do think that ultimately Anthony, sitting there at ringside, would have known what was coming, would have known there's an expectation for him to have some sort of interaction with Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury doesn't just arrive back on the scene and Anthony Joshua sit ringside and doesn't expect to have an interaction.
Duke McKenzie is breaking down how both Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury handle public call-outs in completely different ways. He explains that Joshua refused to get dragged into emotional reactions and kept his distance from the drama, while Tyson Fury used bold callouts to create interest. This contrast highlights how both fighters use very different strategies, one calm and controlled, the other loud and attention-driven, yet both aimed toward the same big fight.
Immediately after the fight. Now, AJ's response was, well, I'm not playing your game. I'm not going to jump in the ring. I'm not going to start bad-mouthing you, and you're not going to start pushing me around. You know, AJ's his own man, ultimately, as is Fury. Fury did it his way, where he thought he could incite a little bit of tension and make everybody start sitting up and believe that he actually meant business because he wants to fight AJ. I believe he wants to fight AJ because he knows now.
Dominic Ingle is giving a more technical breakdown of Tyson Fury's recent performance, suggesting that while he got the win, it was not his sharpest showing. He points out moments where Fury looked less mobile and had to rely on holding instead of clean movement. This raises questions about how effective he would be in a high-intensity clash with Anthony Joshua, especially as both fighters move further into the later stages of their careers.
Like when you're young, you can step out the ring for a year, come back and carry on boxing, have time out and carry on, pick it up. You can do that, but once you get past 30, 35, it's totally different kettle of fish. Tyson came in light, fair play. He didn't look in great shape. He did look a bit skinny and a bit loose, but it was enough to get him through the rounds and just do enough. There were times when he held on to Machmov and grabbed him around the neck, and he did look a bit out of place, to be honest. And I would have thought that Tyson would have been able to just stand there, just pop and move half a step away, keep away from him, spin around him. But, he did enough to beat that kid. It wasn't particularly impressive. And if Tyson's looking for that Joshua fight, and he'll be a few years older than...
Frank Warren is making the situation very clear, stating that Tyson Fury is ready and willing, but nothing can move forward without a signed agreement. He emphasizes that Fury wants the fight and is prepared to step in, but everything depends on the other side making it official. This reinforces the ongoing uncertainty around the biggest heavyweight clash fans keep waiting for.
He hasn't signed up for that fight. That's the position. And until he does, it's pointless talking about it. Tyson's ready to go. He's there, ready, willing, able. He's not going to sit around forever, but he's there and he wants to do the fight. And that's where
Anthony Joshua is once again stressing his consistency and his willingness to face anyone placed in front of him, including Tyson Fury. He criticizes the stop-start nature of his rival's career while positioning himself as the more active and reliable fighter. This adds more heat to their rivalry, as both continue to claim readiness for the biggest heavyweight showdown in boxing.
It's on him, innit? He disappears, comes back, disappears, comes back. I'm standing strong, so that's why I'm not here to chase fame or chase hype. I'm a real person. I'll fight whoever's in front of me, whether it's him or the next person. It don't matter to me, and I'm always in big fights. It's just my...
Arslan Makhmudov gives his opinion on Tyson Fury's capabilities, suggesting that Fury has proven himself against tough opposition and is ready for a fight with Anthony Joshua. He expresses strong confidence that Fury would win in different ways, either on points or by knockout. This kind of backing from fighters adds more belief among fans that a heavyweight clash between Fury and Joshua is not just possible, but highly competitive.
Crazy strong punch, I think if you ask Tyson Fury, he will tell you. And he did good test himself. And now he ready for Joshua. For Joshua, he already 100% he can beat him.
Points, knockout, do you think?
This stuff I don't know, but I think he beat him easy,
All these voices, all these statements, and all these warning shots are pointing towards one direction, and that is a massive heavyweight collision that the entire boxing world keeps waiting for. Tyson Fury continues to claim he is ready, confident, and untouched by outside noise, while Anthony Joshua keeps standing firm on his own ground, saying he is always prepared for whoever is in front of him. On the other side, John Fury adding legal threats and emotional pressure has taken this situation beyond just boxing talk and turned it into something deeply personal. What makes this even more intense is how every expert, promoter, and fighter seems to have a different opinion about who holds the real advantage. Some believe Tyson Fury's experience and mindset make him unstoppable, while others feel Anthony Joshua's discipline and consistency give him the edge. With Eddie Hearn already planning a roadmap and Frank Warren pushing for confirmation, the fight is clearly being built from every angle. At this point, fans are not just watching interviews anymore. They are watching a build-up that feels like it is heading toward a breaking point. The question now is not if this fight happens, but when it finally gets signed, and who will control the moment when it does. If you want more breakdowns like this, make sure to subscribe, stay updated, and keep following for the next big heavyweight story, because this rivalry is only getting started.